him find his way back to what was left of his family. He fell for her hard and fast, proposing after a year of dating. And he finally felt like everything was back on track until he heard of the business deal that set this whole night in motion. Miguel and Asha were both vital parts of Johnston Incorporated, and despite the failed marriage between Mia and Tyree, their families were still very much intertwined. Not only did they share Kyan, but they also shared an import and export business together, which, up until a few months ago, was small. When Miguel noticed the potential business they could bring in from overseas by expanding, he consulted with Rick, thus making their dealings that much more frequent. This particular party was a celebration of the fact that they had tripled revenue from last year's numbers. Tyree was ecstatic about the business, but he knew the more time he spent in his house, the more he would drift back into memories of something that no longer belonged to him. He cared for Renee. She was a great woman, but no one would replace Mia. A piece of him would always belong to her. It had been 2 years and he could still smell her perfume. Maybe it was his imagination, but he swore it was getting closer. Sniffing the air, Tyree knew it wasn't his imagination. It was really there, but he couldn't help the smile that crept across his face. When he jerked around hoping to find her there, he displayed a light, disappointed smile, finding Cassandra walking toward him. "What's wrong? Already tired of seeing me this summer?" She let her neatly curled hair bounce on her shoulders. Cassandra was stunningly beautiful, and even at the age of 40, she had a youthful presence. As he scanned her appearance, everything about her screamed perfection, from her golden skin to her bright brown eyes. She was amazing. "No, I could never get tired of you, Cassie." He reached out to hug her, inhaling the scent that drove him crazy. "I just thought, well, never mind." "You thought I was her, didn't you? She sent this perfume to me in Kyan's bag some time ago. I hardly ever wear it, but I just felt like dabbing a little on for tonight. It's a wonderful scent." "I actually thought you might be Renee coming to join me." He lied. "Okay, whatever you say. Anyways, what are you doing out here all alone? In case you missed it, there is a party going on in there for you." "I know. This is more Miguel and Asha's scene than mine. I'll let them soak it up with Rick." "Always the man behind the scenes. You know you're only 30, right?" He grinned and put his arm around her shoulders. "Yes, I know where this is going. No need to lecture me tonight. I'm happy. I really am. I'm about to marry a beautiful woman. My son is here with me, and the company is flourishing. I'm living the American dream." "Yeah, you are. Except that you really aren't. Let's not forget, I've known you since you were in diapers, and I know when you're lying." "That only means you're old, Cassie," he joked, trying to throw off the conversation. "I may be older, but I'm wiser too. I'm just saying, it's never too late to have it all." "I have it all. Not everything." She turned and left him mumbling to himself. "I'm happy, damn it." He sighed, slapping his hand to his forehead. Stepping back into the foyer, he looked himself up and down in a full-length mirror. He had frown lines that weren't there before, and he ran his fingers over his semi-wavy fade. He had always been described as a fairly good-looking man with his chiseled physique, creamy golden skin, and warm brown eyes. But he was feeling like a shell of his old self. He felt like he was way beyond his 30 years, and he was desperate to feel some semblance of how he used to be. His body was still at its optimum prime, but his face now held wrinkles that made him look a little older. Tyree sighed, watching Renee walk across the room in her red strapless gown. She hadn't spotted him yet, but he watched her as she scanned the room, undoubtedly looking for him. She had been off with Asha and her husband Terrence for most of the party.